got out here. First I was going to kick off some braces and pull some screws and try to recycle those screws. And I want to be the one to do it. These guys aren't used to using my impact, and they tend to break a lot of tips and damage a lot of screws, not holding it straight. So I said, oh, I'll do that. Then, you know, I'll remove the braces and stack them. Gives me some morning exercise. Then I said, well, I'll pull a few more screws around the bucks, around the windows and the door openings, and I'll get those all in a bucket so we can reuse those screws again. And well, then I said, I think I'll pull the nuts and the washers off of the bolts on one side so I can pull the form. And so I started going down through there doing that, and then I still had the base form down at the bottom from the original tie beams on the outside, because we used that to set our wall form to rest on top of. Started pulling them loose, and it's just progressed and progressed on, and I'm down to the point now, heck, I can just go ahead and pull the first form off and just see what the cement look like. I'm so excited to see what this looks like. So I'm tired already, so I guess I better do it to it. Nice, smooth, and shiny. Man, look at that. It actually has a shine to it. Okay, class, try to follow with me on this. So now, the bottom bolt that was 4 inches up down here on the form, that bottom bolt will now move up and go in this top hole on the form right here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them to help me lift this one up, slide the bolts right back in, and continue on. It's pretty exciting. We'll get these others pulled off. Let's see what they look like in behind. So as I said before, this is where the game changes on my build versus other builds. You see that wall right there? There's no coming back and having to plaster that with a layer of cement inside and outside, pulling all those nylons, you know, throwing inch and a half, 2 inches of cement plaster all on that, and trying to form a window opening by hand and it getting out of square, out of level. Man, there it is right there. Yeah, you might have like a little pocket of air here or there, but there's not no big honeycombing or nothing like that. And we even did that without a vibrator. This is about the worst of it right here. That little old spot right there. There it is. And we didn't just pour the back wall. We started down the side here. We hadn't pulled the forms yet. And we've got part of an interior wall as well. This structure right here is not more expensive, and it is stronger. just keep smiling. Look at this. Plan well executed right there. Plan well executed. What do you guys think about it, huh? But this was my little idea, thinking about the materials at hand here, and man, it has worked out really, really great. There is one hitch on this wall that we had to catch, and we corrected it. You've seen those couple of extra boards that I had screwed down against the plywood when I was unscrewing this here. I'll rock this over and show you. We caught it, and we had to screw a board here and here. We had to really press them down because we had one soft piece of lumber here, and as you see, the rest of this was all really hard, but this particular one was soft, and as you see, it sunk in, and it was making the wall what we call kind of getting pregnant, bulge out. And I don't know if we can fix this or not. It's pretty pregnant.
Where?
It's 1 day pregnant. Only 1 day pregnant. It came out good. Yeah. Yeah. Look at it. I can't even see it. I think we got it yesterday. Yeah, we caught that just in time. For real. Yeah, I don't even see it, dude.
Already good fit.
Yeah, you like it?
Yes.
It's pretty cool. See, just planning ahead. See, it's all buried in to the cement. You got about a 1/2 inch there. Now y'all be sure that as we're building this up, don't start hammering concrete nails in this. I see always doing that. Yeah, because that's going to be a repair I have to make later. So try to avoid the best we can, unless there's some places we just have to do it.
Yes.
You know, that some places we may have to, but let's try not to just do it everywhere. Because it'll just be more finished work later. Yeah, it looks good though, huh? Really good. Man, I'm glad we caught that yesterday. Woo! Good job. So we caught it while the cement was wet and before the cement was too heavy, and we kicked in a brace down here, and I got up and put my body weight against it and pushed it in, ran a screw in, and we saved the day on that one. So this particular piece of lumber, we're going to change it out on the form before we continue to a harder piece of this cocoa lumber. So that's another tip right here. If you're building here in this country, in the Philippines, or wherever you're building at, is make sure you got good hard lumber for doing this. If it's soft lumber, you get that load, it's going to sink like that. And it could have been worse, and it could have been not repairable, and you would have had a big impregnated wall. You would have had the score, chip, all of that. So luckily, because we were not pouring too heavy a load each time, we saved the day. Actually, it even cracked this wood right here. Let me show you. See, it even cracked it right there. So weak piece of lumber right there. It's been exposed. We're gonna get it changed, and we're going to watch out now as we're adding lumber. Tap these boards, fill of them, make sure they're good and hard. An aged piece of cocoa lumber that's been kept away from insects and moisture and all, been kept in a building, it turns super hard. I mean, you can't drive a nail in it, it'll split. But for this and drilling holes through it and putting these boards, man, that aged hard cocoa lumber from coconut trees is super good. If you find some that's been stored and it's already got aged, like I keep repeating here again and again. But I'm just trying to express a point right there. So wherever you're doing this in the world, whether it be back in the USA or whatever, make sure that you got good lumber. I know we got a lot more choices on lumber back in the US, but even if you choose a pine or a spruce, go ahead and get something that seems like it's really hard. You can kind of hit it, mess with it, hit it with a hammer. You can tell if that's a hard board versus a soft board. And being that lumber's so ample in the US, I would probably put 2x4s here, not 2x2s. To find a 2x4 here is kind of like unheard of. They do have a 2x3. Also trying to keep a budget down, you know, on this here. So in the US it'd be a different game. You could go with a definitely higher grade, straighter lumber. All right, well, I'm gonna move on to the next part. What y'all think about that electrical box? You see how it turned out. y'all are catching on now and seeing what I'm talking about. Set all that stuff in, and there you go. Our little honeymoon walk right here. Honeymoon, Valentine's. It feels like a honeymoon always. Man, isn't that beautiful, folks? Mel and I are walking down to Solimar, the place we met. We're gonna have our little Valentine's Day dinner. Ooh.
Dating.
I mean, now you tell me, how much better can it get than walk down the beach here, looking across the sunset and the mountains and the water, listening to the waves. Man, you know, babe, I think we live like a king and a queen. You know it?
King James.
No, I ain't no King James. So nice.